All right, bros, let's check out this video. Now, this is a 5-minute video, so I'm not gonna really, have it play all the way through. Maybe they would concede. I mean, I would love it because I have so much shit I want to post. This is a 5-minute video, so I'm not gonna let it play all the way through, and then react to it. I'm gonna just react to it while I'm watching it with you guys. So it's interesting. Women talking about her dating life.
So I was talking to this guy that I met on Hinge, right? And everything was going amazing. Everything was going great, actually. The communication was there. I thought we were on the same page. We went to Paris.
That is insane. Like you're starting to date you're starting to date someone and you're going to Paris. I don't. It doesn't sound like you've been dating this person for, I don't know, half a year or anything. Sounds like maybe a couple weeks, couple months, and you already going to Paris. You're basically going to Paris with a stranger. That's kind of idiotic.
um, we were going on dates every week, having phone calls, phone conversations every night. And then all of a sudden, his his demeanor changed, and I realized it, but I didn't say anything. He asked me to be his Valentine early January, right? And I told him, I was like, of course, I would love to be. And then, like, maybe like a couple days later or a week later, I was like, I would love for you to ask me, like, with a card or something, like something sweet, like ask me something sentimental, right? So he's like, oh,
Always these expectations. It's like he asked her to be his Valentine's, and then she said, "Do it better. Do it better. Do it this way." It's like, why don't you ask him then?
I'm wondering. He was like, I wish I would have thought of that myself, whatever. But it wasn't a big deal to me. So he paid for everything. He paid for all the dates. The only thing I paid for was when we went to Paris, and I paid for my own room because I told him that's what I wanted. So, like I said, his demeanor changed, and I
His demeanor changed. When she went to Paris with him, she wanted her own room. Hmm. I wonder why he changed. I wonder why he changed. Hmm. Do you guys wonder why? Do you guys know why? It's like he put on all this effort to only to get you in wanting to a separate room from him. Not even be in the same room with a man. I just showed you the video of a woman just saying, "Oh, I want to be in a relationship, yet I want separate rooms, separate beds." Do you think that is what men want? Do you think that that's like, oh, you know what? I want to get with a girl, and then we be in separate rooms. We sleep in separate rooms. Yeah, that's what men want. Eh,
was like, I'm gonna, when you okay, I'm gonna preach for a little bit, but I want to learn how to love better. I want to love better. I want to love people in my life better, not only relationship wise, but just like friendships and family members. And when you look at 1 Corinthians 13, when God describes love, the first thing He describes love as is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind.
I do not. You guys know how I feel about women talking about God because essentially they are hypocrites. The women, in all honesty, the women that talk about God are usually the most hypocrites, the biggest of hypocrites. They talk about God in a way that, oh, what they like, what they want to follow, yet they also don't follow the other things that they don't agree with. So they pick and choose what to follow.
If
And usually the ones that benefit them, not the ones that are disadvantaged, make that don't benefit them.
I want to love, and if God is love, the first thing God says, the first thing that God says love is patient. So if this man is having a hard time, something is weighing heavy on his heart, let me be patient with him. Let me give him the time to like get his words out, right? 4 days pass. We finally end up having a conversation. Why, why he's acting the way he's acting? Because all of a sudden things have changed. Basically, he says that he wants to be. He doesn't know if we're compatible because he wants to be in a dynamic where he treats, then the girl would treat, then he treats, and the girl would treat. And so I'm like, are you looking for 50-50? He was like, no, maybe like 75-25, vice versa. Sometimes me, sometimes them, sometimes me. And I was like, I've explained to this guy multiple times that I'm that way when I'm in a relationship. You're courting me right now. You're not my boyfriend.
Okay, then why would you go to Paris with the man? Courting you? I swear to God, like women are so absurd in thinking that courting you. Yeah, no wonder women are having a hard time in the dating market.
That's why you would buy a dog and die alone.
Because honestly, women, they don't qualify for courting. Really, modern day women don't qualify for courting. They don't.
But you're courting me, you're getting to know me, and we're going on dates. So yeah, I mean, I am expecting for you to pay. But we've been out before and I've paid because I realized he was paying for a lot of things. And I told him, like, that's something I do when I'm in a relationship, but I really like you. So can I, treat you back? So that was kind of BS, you know what I mean? But what really got me was that he was like, I don't know if we're compatible because I'm looking for someone that's going to treat me back and all of this stuff. And I explained to him that, about the whole, like, I would do that if, you're my boyfriend, but you're not my boyfriend. We're getting to know each other. And he said, well, this is why I have a hard time saying love. And, this is why, I don't really like, I haven't had a girlfriend for 10 years. You have commitment issues. And
Well, okay, he has commitment issues. Who are you committing to? Who are you committing to? No, it's just that, you know what? It's funny when it comes to men who haven't been in a relationship for a while, he has commitment issues. For women, when women haven't been with a man for a while, they just haven't found the right man. It's funny when it's funny when you can reverse the roles like that, isn't that? I mean, I've heard so many women who's not been in a relationship for so long, yet no one says that they have commitment issues. Yet for women, it's that they haven't found the right one. That the hypocrisy in that is quite funny. It really is.
you could have just said that before. But anyways, what really got me, what was the kicker for me was that, and this is kind of like okay, let me just say it. Lord, and I pray that you help me say how I feel it. Little did he know I had just bought him, I started preparing his Valentine's Day gifts, like I got him a YSL cologne because he said he wanted to have like a signature scent. He's not really into scents like that. He wants to get into it. I got him a YSL cologne, right? I was gonna make him like a boyfriend basket. He's not my boyfriend. I was gonna make him one though because I like him. So I bought that. He's a chef who wants to get into baking, so I did my research on cookbooks, and the day before I ordered him a cookbook, the Dessert Person, which is a very popular book within the baking community. I got him that. I was gonna put that in the basket. I was gonna get him a Aritzia sweatsuit. I was gonna get him just like a silk pajama set. Like I was just gonna get him all these things.
That is nice, right? It's sweet. But this is the thing why it is so important for women to not make men feel used. This is what you remember what she said. How he wanted a woman that, does things vice versa. While she's saying, you're courting me. You're paying all the dates. I want a man to pay. It's like, it's great. It's great that she's doing this for Valentine's Day. But to be honest, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because men won't get there. It's like a whole year of men doing everything for women, putting effort, treating them amazingly. On his birthday, one day out of a year, she goes crazy. She makes him a boyfriend basket on that one day. But you know what? 364 days. I think it's all the rest of the days. It's all about her. It's all about her. That one day, his birthday, now it's about him. This is why a lot of men are done with that. They're tired of that. It is exhausting. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be used. It doesn't feel good to feel like you being taken advantage of. Like you are putting in all the effort and getting nothing in return. That that's the thing. It doesn't feel good. Now, I'm assuming since she got her own room when they went on a trip, most likely he didn't even get sex from her. So this is a thing where men feel like, okay, I'm putting all the effort in, I'm getting nothing in return. Just your time, your presence. But you know what? He gives you it equal in return, his time and preference. Yet he gives you his money, paying for shit. And his effort is probably more than your effort. And this is why a lot of men feel like, great, she was preparing a boyfriend basket. Cool. But honestly, it doesn't matter because most of the time, men are feeling used. The balance, the scale, right, of relationships is so off centered. It's not equal at all. And it's tiring for men. It really is. For women to say that, oh, we're not back in the 1900s, 1930s. Men feel the same. Back in the day, old school men, there can be fine with not getting shit from women. Men nowadays, no, no. Because if women have evolved, men have too. Men are tired of giving and giving. And honestly, getting not much in return. And it's like he has to assume that she may give him something in return. Like a boyfriend basket. Yeah, okay. It's that's the thing where, to be honest, men rather not risk it. Men would, you know what? Fine. I already get the gist of this type of woman who only thinks about herself. I'm getting the gist of it. Great that she thinks about me once out of a year. But you know what? That's really not enough. Because in all honesty, a lot of men just feel like it's really tiring that it's so one way the whole time. Really? Is YSL a good cologne? Hmm. I may have to try that.
Had already bought like half of the things already. And little did he know that. And it just is like going back to, when the Lord talks about what love is patient. I'm over here trying to extend patience to you. I'm gonna give him time to explain himself to me. Like I'm gonna give him time to figure out what's weighing on his heart. You couldn't do the same for me. So I asked him, I didn't tell him though. I didn't tell him all of these things. So I'm like, so you're unsure about me. He hesitated. I said, you're unsure about me. So if you're unsure about me, I'm 100% unsure about you now. And I would never sit here and try to invest into someone who's unsure about me. So I took my exit. So I think my dad's about to have a new cologne, or one of my best friends. But am I going to stop believing in love and all of that? No! So I was.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm not saying that her story is the worst, but in my personal opinion, I think will, a lot of women are complaining about the dating market. You wonder why? Because honestly, a lot of women don't understand that they give off the mentality that it's all about them. They give the vibe that it's all about them. It really is. Really, Gucci does? I didn't know. I mean, check it out. I mean, I kind of like colognes, right? I get colognes from time to time. That's the thing where a lot of women don't understand that they don't get how they're treating men. They really don't. So they don't understand why they are having the difficulties in dating that they are. A lot of men don't want to be used. They don't. I mean, it's amazing. Women don't want to be used as well. Yet they can't fathom that thought in men. Men don't want to be used. They don't want to feel like they're used. This is the thing where men do not mind. Okay, they do not mind paying bills for women. Taking women on dates. They don't mind spending money on a woman, but they gotta feel like it's reciprocated. They gotta feel like they're not being used for their money. That they're getting something out of it. It's just plain and simple. So I don't know. It's like, what do you guys think of her?